My fiancée called me a rich simp and bragged about draining my money. So, I ended engagement in front of her family. I am 30, picking up the pieces of what I thought was a perfect relationship. Looking back, maybe I should have seen the signs. But love has a way of blinding you to the obvious. I met Lisa through a mutual friend at a holiday party. She had this magnetic confidence about her that drew me in immediately. She was charming, quick-witted, and seemed genuinely interested in everything I had to say. Within weeks, we were dating seriously. From the beginning, I knew she had expensive taste. Designer handbags, luxury spa weekends, fine dining, the works. But I had a good job in finance. And honestly, I loved being able to treat her. When my friends would joke about how much I spoiled her, I'd laugh it off. I just like making her happy, I'd say. Man, was I naive. We got engaged 3 months ago. The proposal was exactly what she wanted. Rose petals, champagne, oceanfront restaurant, the whole 9 yards. She cried when I got down on one knee, posted about it all over Instagram, called everyone she knew. I thought her excitement was about our future together. Turns out, I couldn't have been more wrong. Last Tuesday changed everything. I was walking past our bedroom when I heard Lisa on a video call with her friends. The door was cracked open, and I probably should have kept walking, but I heard my name and curiosity got the better of me. "Oh my God, you guys," Lisa was saying, laughing. "Mike is such a rich simp. It's actually hilarious. He'll literally pay for anything without questioning it." My blood ran cold. I stood there, frozen, as she continued. "I've got it made. He's loaded, and he's so desperate to please me that I can get whatever I want. Once we're married, it'll be even easier. I'm basically set for life." Her friends were giggling along with her. One asked, "But what if he starts complaining about the spending?" Lisa snorted. "Please. All I have to do is threaten to call off the wedding, and he'll be begging me to stay. He's totally wrapped around my finger." She paused, then added, "Besides, if he ever runs out of money, there are plenty of other wealthy guys out there. You just have to know how to play them." My hands were shaking as I pulled out my phone and started recording. My dad always taught me to get evidence before confronting someone. Turns out, that was solid advice. After capturing about a minute of her cruel bragging, I quietly retreated to the living room, feeling like I'd been punched in the gut. For the next week, I played it cool. I watched her flip through $200 per plate catering menus and research 5-star honeymoon resorts like nothing had changed. Every time she'd wink at me and say something like, "Baby, wouldn't this venue be perfect?" my stomach would turn, but I kept my poker face. I even went along with her shopping sprees, watching her load up on designer clothes for our engagement photos. The whole time, I was secretly filling out "buy now, pay later" forms on eBay in her name. Petty? Maybe. Satisfying? Definitely. The breaking point came when she started pushing for an even more expensive wedding venue. I realized if she was this entitled now, marriage would only make it worse. That's when I decided to end it. But not quietly. I invited her parents and our closest friends over for dinner, supposedly to discuss wedding plans. Lisa was in her element, chattering about flower arrangements and premium open bars. After dinner, I gathered everyone in the living room. "I have an announcement to make," I said, my heart pounding but my voice steady. Lisa beamed. "Ooh, did you book that resort I showed you?" "Not exactly." I pulled out my phone. "I want everyone to hear something I recorded last week." The color drained from Lisa's face as her own voice filled the room, calling me a rich simp and bragging about using me for my money. Her father's expression darkened with each word. Her mother's hand flew to her mouth in horror. When the recording ended, Lisa lunged for my phone. "That's private!" she shrieked. I moved it away from her grasp. "Private? You mean like how you privately mocked me to your friends? How did you privately plan to drain my bank account?" "It's not what it sounds like," she sputtered. "I was just joking around." Her father stood up, his face ashen. "Lisa, tell me this isn't real." Tell me you didn't actually say these things about Mike. Daddy, he's twisting everything. I was just venting to my friends, I cut in. Venting? You were bragging about using me as your personal ATM. You literally said you'd leave me if I ran out of money. Her mother started crying. We didn't raise you to be like this, Lisa. How could you be so cruel? Lisa's tactics shifted instantly. The tears started flowing. Mike, baby, please. You know I love you. Don't throw away our future over one stupid conversation. Love me? I laughed without humor. You called me a simp. You mocked me to your friends. You literally planned how to manipulate me if I ever complained about money. That's not love. That's exploitation. Her father turned to me, looking devastated. Mike, I am so sorry. We never would have supported this engagement if we'd known. Dad, Lisa screamed. You're taking his side? I'm your daughter. And right now, I'm ashamed of my daughter. He shot back. This is not how we raised you to treat people. Lisa made one last desperate attempt. Fine. Cancel everything. Do you know how much money you'll lose on deposits? All the arrangements we've made? I shrugged. Better to lose some deposits than spend my life with someone who sees me as nothing but a wallet. She grabbed the engagement ring off her finger and slammed it onto the coffee table. Take your stupid ring back then. I pocketed it calmly. Oh, and Lisa? All those clothes you just bought? The ones you put on eBay's pay later plan. They're in your name. Enjoy dealing with that. Her face went from red to white. You wouldn't? I already did. I grabbed my pre-packed bag from the closet and headed for the door. Her father tried to stop me. Wait. Can we talk about this privately? Maybe later, I said. Right now, I need some space. As I walked out, Lisa was alternating between sobbing and screaming threats about how I'd regret this. My dad was waiting in his car outside. I'd told him I might need backup tonight. He gave me a solemn nod as I got in my car. You did the right thing, son. The aftermath was exactly what you'd expect. Lisa called and texted constantly, switching between tearful apologies and angry accusations. She showed up at my workplace once, causing such a scene that security had to escort her out. She tried to spread rumors that I was controlling and had pushed her to say those things, but quickly stopped when I threatened to release the full recording. Her father reached out to apologize again, saying they had no idea she'd become this person. I actually felt bad for him. He seemed genuinely blindsided by his daughter's behavior. Some of our mutual friends took sides. Most supported me once they heard the recording, though a few of her more entitled friends accused me of violating her privacy. I blocked them all and focused on healing. It's been 3 months now. I won't lie. Some days are harder than others. But mostly, I feel lighter, free. My dad says I seem more relaxed. And he's right. Sure, I lost some money on wedding deposits, but I saved myself from a lifetime of manipulation and financial abuse. And Lisa? Last I heard, she's still dealing with those eBay payments. Karma's funny like that. Sometimes people ask if I regret exposing Lisa the way I did. I don't. She chose to brag publicly about using me. I just made sure everyone knew who she really was. Her words revealed her character. I just pressed play. These days, I'm focusing on myself. I'm back into my old hobbies, spending time with real friends, and enjoying the peace of my drama-free life. The next time I fall in love, it'll be with someone who values me for who I am, not what I can buy them. The whole experience taught me a lot about myself and relationships. Looking back, there were red flags I chose to ignore from the very beginning. Like how Lisa would joke about marrying rich when we first started dating, or how she'd compare herself to her friends' wives and girlfriends, always focusing on what they had, the cars, the jewelry, the vacations. Jenny's husband just bought her another Gucci bag. She'd say, casually over dinner, they really know how to live, you know? I'd try to redirect the conversation, but she'd push harder. Don't you want people to see how successful you are? To show them you can provide the best for your wife? When I suggested we start saving for a house, instead of spending so much on luxuries, she'd get quiet and distant. "I didn't think you were the type to be stingy," she'd say, her voice dripping with disappointment. My ex never questioned my spending. That manipulation was so subtle at first. She knew exactly how to make me feel inadequate, like I wasn't measuring up to some invisible standard. And like an idiot, I'd try harder to prove myself worthy. The truth was simpler and uglier. She was a gold digger who'd nearly trapped me in a marriage based on lies. These days I'm rediscovering who I am without someone constantly pushing me to spend more, be more, prove more. I'm cooking at home instead of hitting expensive restaurants, taking local camping trips instead of luxury getaways. And you know what? I'm happier. My dad came over last weekend to help me repaint my apartment, something Lisa had always insisted we hire professionals for. As we worked, he shared some wisdom that hit home. "You know, son," he said, carefully cutting in along the ceiling, "sometimes the most expensive things in life aren't the ones with price tags. They're the compromises you make that cost you your self-respect." He was right. I'd compromised my values, my financial security, and my self-worth trying to keep Lisa happy. The price was too high. Tomorrow, I'm meeting with a financial advisor to start planning for my future. My real future, not some Instagram-worthy fantasy. I'm thinking about starting my own business, maybe buying a small property to rent out. Things Lisa would have scoffed at as thinking too small. But that's the thing about finally seeing clearly. You realize that the right path for you might not be the one that looks most impressive to others. Success isn't about designer labels or luxury vacations. It's about building a life that aligns with your values. So, yeah, I lost a fiancé and some money. But I gained something more valuable: the courage to be authentic, and the wisdom to spot red flags before they become relationship-ending disasters. As for Lisa, I heard through mutual friends that she's already dating some rich tech guy, posting photos of expensive gifts and exotic vacations. Part of me wants to warn him, but I know he wouldn't listen. Some lessons you have to learn the hard way. I just hope that, when he inevitably finds her on a video call, bragging to her friends about her latest conquest, he has the strength to walk away too. Because at the end of the day, that's what this whole experience taught me. Walking away from someone who doesn't truly value you isn't failure. It's self-respect. And that's something no amount of money can buy.